What are the keys to the Cubs winning the division? Winning the division gets you into the playoffs, helps you host, and also gives you momentum going into the postseason for this team to make a run. We're going to talk about the keys to winning the division. Two players that I think are super important that don't get talked about a lot, but I've said on here, one of them in particular is the key to this team having a super season, and this guy's been super lately, and it's paid off. Matt Shaw, top prospect, blistering hot down in Iowa. We're going to get into that. And the Cubs sign a former Cy Young Award contender, trying to figure him out. Maybe he can help the team down the road. We're going to talk about all that right here on the Cubs Baseball channel. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell. Cardinals fans, I don't even know why you guys are here, but if you are, I know that's confusing to you Cubs fans. You got my back. Let's get this thing going. What do you say, everybody? It's Mick Gillespie, Cubs Baseball channel, at Broadcaster Mick on the socials. All right, let's get into this right off the bat, because I knew when I was putting this show together, this was going to be one of those episodes that you guys are going to want to comment on. You're going to want to debate me, and that's fine. I like that. But these are, to me, two really, really important keys to winning the division and making a run in the playoffs. And look, beating the White Sox up on a daily basis is awesome. I love it. But the competition is going to be a lot better against teams that have, legitimate rosters. All right. Keys to winning the division. These are two keys that I think are super significant. And I'm going to start right here with this guy. Production from Dansby Swanson. Coming into the season, if you watch this channel on a regular basis, I've said it over and over and over again. I appreciate your defense. I love your base running. I love your leadership. I like the intangibles, but you have got to hit. You have to hit. And when you hit, it changes the dynamic of this roster. And guess what? You are killing it right now. And it's been unbelievable watching Dansby Swanson drive in runs, hit long balls. Like, okay, this is the Dansby Swanson that the Cubs paid the $177 million for. This guy. And congratulations, you're going to be a dad. That's exciting. You've taken in the Chicagoland area. That's awesome. But I'm telling you, you hit like this, that production changes this entire lineup. He has been, to me, over the last, 3 weeks, a player that is a difference on this team. We know what Pete Crow Armstrong brings to the table. We've talked about that for 2 years. You guys go back, watch the video. You know that too. Big believer. And I didn't even know, and I'll tell you this, that PCA was going to be a legitimate guy to watch out for MVP this fast. I just thought, hey, run the bases. He plays great defense. I knew that this was potential. Seeing him do this it's been great. And the energy he brings to the team every day, the fact that the guy wants to win, he really has so much of that same Javi Baez energy. I love it. Then you look at Kyle Tucker, who is, look, dude, he's legitimately MVP stuff. He's changed the whole franchise. And I hope the Cubs sign him. And you look around and there's other guys, and there's pieces here everywhere you look. Seiya's been great, Bushy's been good, and Nico making great plays, and what this pitching staff's done, Boyd, and now all of a sudden you're starting to see Horton in there, and Tyone hasn't been bad, and they're doing it without Seiya and Steele, right? They haven't even and you got to give Jed Hoyer and his staff a lot of credit, because they built so much depth into this pitching rotation. You're missing your two best guys, and it still hasn't slowed things down yet. Dansby Swanson, though, when he puts up production, it changes the entire dynamic, and the Cubs are getting that from him right now. Now, the other guy is Ryan Presley. I've been disappointed in Presley. And we kind of knew when this deal was done. I think, some of us talked about it on here. Why are we concerned about Ryan Pressly? Like, what's the deal here? The velocity was kind of going in the wrong direction. The Cubs made the trade with the Astros to get him. Was he kind of like a diamond in the rough, like kind of got pushed to setup guy because the Astros went out and got Josh Hader? He just isn't doing the job. And the bottom line is that the closer is a really important part of the team. My wonder is, can he turn it around? That's the question. And if he doesn't, what are the options to get somebody else in there to replace him? Is it Daniel Palencia? Is it Porter Hodge? Is there someone in the minor leagues that can come up and kind of come out of nowhere and be that guy? Could the Cubs make a trade for someone? And in May, there's not a lot of trades going on right now for difference makers. How does that look? Pressly's either got to figure it out, or the Cubs are going to really scramble to try to get some help in that closer spot. I feel like Daniel Palencia has closer stuff. Yesterday's game, it looked that way. But can he do it in that position? Can he do it with, obviously with that pressure on him? That's a big question for this Cubs team. Hey, guys, we're brought to you by DraftKings. I want to throw this up here real quick and then tell you about our friends at DraftKings. I'm a big horse race guy. Preakness, DraftKings got you covered on that. They got you covered on everything, and we got you covered right here. Use our promo code CBC. Take advantage of it. $5 gets you $200 in bonus bets.
They say baseball season is a marathon and not a sprint, and that's great news for us because there's so many games to bet on. Don't miss a second of the action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. From every game day until the champagne pops and the trophy is lifted, DraftKings Sportsbook has got you covered with same-game parlays, odds boosts, and so much more. There's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use our code CBC. Cubs Baseball Channel, CBC, the crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers, use my promo code CBC and bet $5, just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code CBC, Cubs Baseball Channel, CBC only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Again, use our promo code CBC. That is Cubs Baseball Channel. Take advantage of our deal right now. CBC, promo code DraftKings. When you download the DraftKings, $5 gets you $200 in bonus bets. So take advantage of that. And my horse, I won today. I won the Preakness. I'm going to tell you guys that before I talk about that. But I had 4 horses. the horse that almost won, I had that one. And it was like 19-1 odds. And then the other horse came in and it wasn't very good odds. So anyway, that's horse racing for you. All right, let's talk baseball. Matt Shaw, Cubs top prospect, started the season on the roster. They gave him 18 games. They weren't satisfied. They sent him down to the minor leagues. And we're starting to see Shaw turning around. I talked about Rick Strickland, the hitting coach for the Iowa Cubs, saying, hey, I think he's ready. He had a walk-off home run a couple of days ago. He's had multi-home run games. He is he's there. I mean, he's kind of figured it out. It's time to get him back on the roster. He's waiting in the wings. If something happens at the big league level or they look at somebody and go, you know what, we're ready to give Shaw another chance, it'll happen. And I think it's going to happen fast for him. But it's just good to see the young guy get motivated, not to go down there and just keep his head down and not take care of business. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 3 games, and he plays great defense. And they got to let him go up there and struggle. I mean, it's just the way that it goes in the big leagues. We're going to see it with Ballesteros too. Like, you're going to struggle, and then you're going to figure it out, or you're not going to figure it out. But you got to go through that. And I think that Shaw's kind of right there at that point where it's time to bring him back up and give him another chance. So keep an eye on that happening. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, and this is old, I know that, but I never talked about it on here, is that the Cubs signed veteran right-hander Kenta Maeda to a minor league deal. I don't know that Maeda has anything left in the tank. I hope he does, but I just don't know if he does. Started the season with the Tigers. He's a 37-year-old. He's been successful. He struggled. I think that's exactly what Craig Counsell said or something like that. He's on a minor league contract. They're just going to try to see if they can do anything with him. He signed with the Tigers, and he was with the Tigers for 2025. And they paid him $10 million, and then he got there, and he just couldn't get anything done. I mean, he had a 7.88 ERA, and had basically 6 walks and 7 relief appearances, and his average 4-seam velocity was like 90, which is down a lot. He's a guy that during 2020, he was contending for the Cy Young. He was with the Dodgers for a long time. You know that he can be good. I don't know that what's going to happen here. I don't know that this is going to be a move that's going to help the Cubs or not help the Cubs. But what I will say, and listen, I'll criticize when that I feel like that's the case, but I feel like Jed Hoyer did a good job of building depth within the organization at a pretty reasonable price when you look at what the starting pitching's doing. We're trying to figure out some of the issues in the bullpen, and maybe this is one or maybe it isn't, but at least they're trying. And I don't know if it's because, hey, there's a sense of urgency because, it feels like a 1-year deal, or they just think this is the win now time. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. The bottom line is that they are focused on winning, and that is good because it's been fun. Being in first place is fun. Kicking the crap out of the White Sox is fun. And now the Cubs have to do something that they really have struggled doing this year, and that's win on Sunday. So we'll see if that happens. But another 120 game at Wrigley. Colin Ray getting the start for the Cubs. 3-0 record and a 2.48 ERA. This is another one of those moves that when it happened, we're like, okay, they just got Ray. Why? And at the beginning of the season, I mean, I'm like, maybe this 8th starter. Hey, he's in the rotation now. And he started in the bullpen, and he earned his way into the rotation. He's been a very viable option for the Cubs. So excited about that. And then it's Jonathan Cannon, 6'6", 24-year-old right-hander for the Sox, 2-4 record and a 3.60 ERA. And that's the pitching matchup as the Cubs try to sweep the Sox right on out of town. Well, at least to their side of town, which would be great. Enjoyed watching the games, and I can't wait to watch the finale of this series. Guys, again, I want to thank DraftKings for being a part of what we do here. Look, I started this channel. I'm like, hey, are we going to get any sponsors? Is there a chance that somebody might sponsor us? DraftKings did, right? CBC, download DraftKings and use that promo code CBC. $5 gets you $200 in additional bets. So, and I talked about it already. So anyway, like, subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you guys for being here. And again, we'll do it again tomorrow, man. We're rolling right now. All of us together as a team. Go Cubs.